it's come to our attention that a mysterious force is loose somewhere in outer space.
I'm just going to give you a bit of a demonstration today of the OC touch features on the new Gigabyte board, the X58A-OC. So this board has been designed from the ground up for overclockers, and one of the main features you'll see on this board is this OC touch panel. And this panel is similar to the panels you would find on a SUS board, where you can control the frequency via hardware. Now, where this panel differs from offerings in the past is we've also got a ratio change, so we can change multiplier directly from the motherboard without any software or any interaction on the operating system itself. So on the left hand side we've got a ratio up and down, and on the right hand side we've got a frequency, which is a B clock up and down. So with the B clock we can hit it up and down, and it's very responsive. Instantly I get a response. If I hit it back up again, its default behavior is to go in 1 megahertz steps, but if you hit this gear button you can then go in 0.3 megahertz steps, and this might be great for chasing a validation or chasing a high RAM clock or whatever you're after that needs, maybe you can't go a full 1 megahertz B clock, but you can go a smaller step. So this is a great feature to lower that in that circumstance. But the really exciting feature is this ratio up and down that will allow us to maybe drop 200 megahertz, maybe you need to drop 400 megahertz during a CPU test. So what I'm going to do is just give you an example. I'm going to pull up my benchmark, and I've chosen the RE5 benchmark because some people might remember this benchmark will scale if you downclock the CPU during certain tests. So I'll just get it started. I've got the variable benchmark, and now we've got the benchmark running. Just going to bring up my CPU Z, and okay, so halfway through the bench you want to downclock, but I'm not going to wait till halfway. I'll just give you an example. If I hit down a couple ratios, shortly, pretty much instantly after I hit that button, I've gone down 400 megahertz, and if I was in test 2 of this benchmark I would be receiving quite a boost in frame rate. So you could see how this could apply to 3D Marco 6, Vantage, 3D11 when you want a high frequency for the graphics test but a lower frequency for the CPU test, and maybe even 32M you want to go up and down throughout it to get a little bit of an extra boost. So that's the OC touch feature on this Gigabyte X58A-OC board. And I'll just leave you an image of another feature on this board, the OC peg.